Hello my lovelies, welcome to Kieron's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making the quintessential British roast potato. Let's get started. We're going to add something, a kind of secret ingredient that we use in England for some of our roast potatoes, and that's going to be baking soda. So that's going to make the water solution alkaline. It's going to make the potato break up a little bit. So if you like all those little crumbly, crunchy bits of roast potatoes, it's going to be perfect. We're then going to add ourselves some salt, thyme, rosemary, and garlic. Just get yourself some lovely fresh black pepper and grind it for yourselves. So any of that stuff that you've bought in the store that's freshly ground isn't going to have that really great flavor release for us, and so we're just going to grind it in a pestle and mortar for us. And then we move on to our potatoes. For us, we've got Green Mountain potatoes. These are pretty hard to come by. If you don't have these, a good organic russet can be perfect. And so for us, we want to take the potato and we want to cut it so they're reasonably the same size. So as we cut the potato, you want to probably around this size. We're cutting them into 6 pieces on each side, or 12 in total. Put those into our pot. And then our next most important thing we want to do is use cold water. So for cold water in potatoes, it lets the water on the outside and the inside be the same temperature as it comes up. It allows the potato to cook evenly all the way through. And we just want to cover these potatoes all the way over with our water, and then we want to bring them up to a simmer. So we can do that pretty quickly, but once they're at a simmer, we want to cook them as slow and low as we can. This again is going to allow that consistency as we get for our potatoes. So in order to speed up the process, we're going to slip a lid on the top of it and knock the induction right onto a rapid boil for us. Our pot's just coming to the simmer right now. We want to give it a really good stir. We want to make sure the baking soda and salt is fully incorporated and all of those spices and herbs are mixed in fully. At this stage, we want to turn it down to a really slow, low simmer. Basically as patient as you can be. And we want to wait until when you place your knife in, it will just easily fall through the potato. We'll show you what that looks like in a hot second. At this stage, you also don't want to worry about any oxidization. The potato color might look darker than normal. That's some of the baking soda doing its magic for us. Potatoes have been straining for a little bit. All the steam has settled down. We're going to place them into a bowl. At this stage, we're going to add a few more ingredients, and so we've got some red wine vinegar. Don't worry if you don't have red wine vinegar. What you can do is use some distilled vinegar and add a little bit of red wine to it. So I'm going to throw that over the potatoes. We've also got a little bit of Worcestershire Sauce. I love this stuff. It's pretty much in every savory recipe I do. I'm going to give this a really good toss. I'm going to place all of these potatoes onto a sheet tray. And then we're going to put it in a preheated 450 degree oven for about 5 or 6 minutes. Our potatoes at this stage have dried out. For us, we're going to take them out now and we're going to add in butter, salt, and for me, a little bit of nutmeg. A freshly shaved nutmeg. Give that a really good toss. We're going to go back on the same tray. It should look like this. And then we're going to put those in as hot an oven as you can get. So we were just baking at 450. I want to raise that temperature up to at least 5 or 550. We're starting to see some really nice golden colors on the top of our potatoes. So what we want to do is go all in. So we want to take a bowl, place our potatoes back in that bowl, and give them a really good mix. For us, we're going to put those back on the tray and go for really crispy colors. So probably another 10 or 15 minutes at this temperature. At this stage, we want to take them out and let them cool down. If you can imagine, all that butter's pretty hot. We definitely want to give them a second to cool down before we eat them. But oh my goodness, some of the best potatoes you're going to have. They've got all those little crunchy little bits on the side, lots of different textures. So you got light, fluffy, large pieces and crunchy little pieces at the bottom. We'd really love to see your home results. So if you can hashtag Kieron's Kitchen, we can see your real great results you're getting at home with these. And feel free to reach out to us for any other tips on these potatoes. Enjoy!